In the afternoon, I walked through Toronto's Old Town, following the smell of coffee, fresh bread, and something smoky in the air. That path led me straight to St. Lawrence Market, a place that has fed this city for more than 200 years. The market doesn't look overly grand from the outside, a red brick building framed by condos and glass towers, but the moment I step inside, the world changes. The air feels warmer, the scent of grilled bacon and roasted nuts drifts past me. Vendors call out friendly hellos to familiar faces. A man slices cheese with practiced precision. Someone laughs over a sample of honey. It feels alive, like a living memory of old Toronto still beating in the middle of this modern city. I pause at the entrance, letting the crowd pull me in. Some people come here for groceries, others for lunch, but for me, it's like time travel with a full stomach. One of the first shops I notice is Carnicero's, a butcher shop renowned for its high-quality meats and friendly service. The staff greet regulars by name, and every cut of steak, lamb or sausage is prepared with care. The aroma of fresh meat mingles with the sense of baked goods and spices from nearby stalls, drawing me further into the market. They say St. Lawrence Market was born in 1803 when farmers gathered here on Saturdays to sell fresh produce to townsfolk. Back then, this was the edge of Toronto, a small lakeside settlement called York. There were muddy roads, horses and wagons instead of cars, but the purpose was the same. People came to share food and stories. Over the decades, the market grew, burned down in a great fire, and rose again, stronger each time. It even served as Toronto's first city hall, and rumour has it that the old jail cells still lie beneath the building's foundation. Some say that at night, when everything is quiet, you can still hear footsteps echoing under the floors, the ghosts of old city councillors still arguing about the price of vegetables. But in the daylight, the only ghosts you see here are flavours from the past, recipes and family businesses passed down through generations. As I make my way through the aisles, I realise this isn't just a market. It's a mirror of Toronto itself, diverse, creative, always evolving, but never forgetting its roots. The stories here come from every corner of the world. You can hear accents from Italy, Greece, Portugal, and the Caribbean, all blending together like the aromas that fill the hall. Some vendors have been here for decades. They know everyone by name, and their stalls are more like family portraits. Just a few steps away, a woman from Montreal sells handmade bagels boiled in honey water, just like in the old Jewish bakeries. The crunch, the sweetness, the chew, it's impossible not to smile. Across the aisle, there's a Portuguese stall serving custard tarts so golden they look like tiny suns. The vendor sprinkles cinnamon on top and says, "These are better than in Lisbon." I believe him. Every corner hides something different. Fresh oysters, maple syrup, smoked salmon, Ukrainian pierogies, butter tarts. It's a small world under one roof, and the best part is the atmosphere. Everyone's relaxed, friendly, proud of what they make. It feels like the city in miniature, Toronto on a plate. Every market has its secrets, and St. Lawrence is full of them. There's the tale of an Italian cheese merchant who once smuggled wheels of Parmesan into Canada inside barrels marked ceramic tiles. When customs officers found out, they didn't shut him down, they started buying cheese from him instead. Then there's the baker who saved his sourdough. When the market burned in 1849, he risked his life to rescue the yeast starter his family had kept for generations. That same starter lives on today in one of Toronto's bakeries, a link between past and present. And of course, the story of the Saturday Farmers Market, a tradition that never stopped. Since 1803, farmers have arrived before sunrise through blizzards and pandemics alike, selling the fruits of their land. Even during the Great Depression, when money was scarce, the city let farmers sell straight from their wagons outside so everyone could still eat. Some things in this city may change, but the rhythm of Saturday mornings never does. Now the market is divided into three sections: the South Market, North Market, and the elegant St. Lawrence Hall. Inside the South Market, I move from stall to stall like a traveller crossing continents. At St. Urbain Bagel, the smell of wood-fired Montreal-style bagels makes it impossible not to stop. I grab a warm sesame bagel with cream cheese and smoked salmon. It's slightly sweet, chewy, and perfect with a coffee from Everyday Gourmet just a few steps away. Then there's Buster's Sea Cove, a seafood stand famous for its lobster rolls and grilled calamari. The line snakes down the aisle by noon, so I arrive early. The cook hands me a plate of golden fish tacos, and I can taste the freshness of the ocean in every bite. For dessert, Eve's Temptations catches my eye. Butter tarts gleam under the lights, their sugary centres trembling like soft caramel. I take one bite, sweet, buttery, and deeply Canadian. Around the corner, Uppercut Meats fills the air with the smell of aged steak. The butchers greet regulars by name. Nearby, Amon's International Spices dazzles with colours and scents: turmeric, saffron, cinnamon. The air itself feels like a passport. What amazes me most is how the market still feels personal. No matter how busy it gets, each vendor tells a story, of family, of craft, of patience. For anyone visiting, timing matters. The South Market opens Tuesday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Saturday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's closed on Sundays and Mondays, so don't plan your bacon sandwich for Sunday. The North Market, home of the Saturday Farmers Market, opens from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m., a true early bird experience, and on Sundays it transforms into an antique market full of vintage treasures, jewellery, and old Toronto photographs. If you come on a Saturday morning, you'll see the city at its most authentic. Chefs choosing their produce, families with coffee cups and shopping bags, buskers playing violins outside the entrance. I always tell friends, go early, go hungry, and go curious. After exploring the aisles for a little while, I can't resist walking toward Carousel Bakery, home of the famous pea meal bacon sandwich. Locals call it the taste of Toronto. You can smell it before you see it. Thick slices of cured pork loin rolled in cornmeal, grilled and served on a soft bun. There's always a line, but it moves fast and everyone waits patiently. When it's finally my turn, I take that first bite. Crispy on the outside, juicy inside, salty, smoky and perfect. It's not fancy food, but it's pure comfort. The owner tells me they sell thousands every weekend and people have been coming back for generations. Some say if you haven't had a pea meal bacon sandwich from St. Lawrence Market, you haven't really been to Toronto. By the time I step back into the sunlight, my hands are full. A loaf of bread, a small jar of honey, maybe a wedge of cheese I couldn't resist. The city hums around me, but inside I carry the quiet warmth of the market. St. Lawrence Market isn't just a place to eat, it's a living story of Toronto's soul. It's where cultures meet, where history breathes, where the simple act of buying food becomes a celebration of community. Every smile, every taste, every scent here connects the past to the present, and as I walk away, I already know I'll be back.